Hello, you're welcome to PU Prime. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you 7 habits of successful Forex traders. So if you're there, you're watching this video, you are a beginner, you're an intermediate trader, you are yet to be successful, then this is a video you need to watch to learn what successful traders are doing and also try to implement the same points to become successful. All right, let's get started. So the first thing is that successful traders have a clear trading plan. So the question is, do you have a trading plan, when you start trading? And how do they implement this? One, successful traders trade with the following predefined rules. The first on the list is market conditions. Now, market conditions vary at different points in the week and even different points of the year. Market condition is never the same. So what successful traders do is to identify the best market condition before they start trading. And secondly, is that they have entry criteria. They don't just jump into any trade randomly. There are criteria they look out for, like as an entry rules. Probably you're waiting for your RSI to cross above 50. You're waiting for price to hit the support zone, and the likes. Those can become your entry criteria. Also, successful traders have an exit strategy. You know, just as you have entry criteria, it's also important to have an exit strategy. Also, successful traders, they are very mindful of risk management. Now, risk management play a big role in your success as a trader. And also, they are very, very conscious of position sizing. They don't just take random trades with random lot sizes. They use the specific lot size for the account they're trading. And their plan guides them, not emotions. Successful traders are not guided by their emotions. As much as possible, they keep their emotions under check while they make sure that their trading plan is what guides them. Now, the second point here is that successful traders practice strict risk management. I said earlier that risk management is very essential for any type of trader, either you're a beginner, intermediate, or even an advanced trader. Now, top traders protect their capital above all else. I always tell my students that the most important thing to you as a trader is actually capital preservation. Then you now think about making profit on top of that capital. Now, if you deplete your capital, there's nothing else to fight for. So your first job as a trader is to ensure that your capital is properly preserved. So the following are the habits that successful traders, implement in order to ensure proper risk management. Now, the first one is that successful traders don't risk more than 0.5 to 2% of their equity per trade. And that is very important. They are strict with this rule, not risking more than 0.5 to 2% per trade. Meaning, if you have like an account of $1,000, you are not expected to risk more than $20 per trade. And that way, you may need like 50 losing trades before you can wipe out that account. And I imagine somebody now risking 0.5% of the account. The risk is lesser. And I saw the account can be more preserved compared to someone that is risking like 10%, of his account per trade. Also, in order to implement risk management, successful traders use stop loss consistently. As a trader, you must always use stop loss. Stop loss is there to protect your account in case the trade goes against you. And this can happen. It can happen to anyone while trading. So always make sure you use your stop loss. And as much as possible, avoid over leveraging. Over leveraging can lead to over trading. It can lead to you using a high lot size, which may put your account at risk. And finally, here, cut your losses early. There's that rule. Cut your losses early. So successful traders learn how to cut losses fast and then let their winning trades to run. Some traders do the opposite. They cut their profit fast and allow their losses to run. That way, you can be profitable. But if you learn to cut your losses early and you allow your profit to run, that way you are minimizing the risk to your capital. And over time, you discover that if you trade consistently well, you can become more profitable overall. The third point here is that successful traders focus on quality, not quantity. I always tell my students it's not really about the number of trades that you pick. It's more importantly that you take note of the quality of the signals. So successful traders are very, very selective. They don't jump into every trade. Some trades, when you see them form in the market, maybe from your own analysis, it's just like a 50% probability trade. Now, you don't have to go for that kind of a trade. If you want consistent profit, then you go for trades with a higher level of probability, probably 70, 80, 85% probability. Those kinds of trades have a higher chance of becoming more of a winning trade compared to a 40 or a 50% trade probability. So successful traders wait patiently for high probability setup instead of forcing trades. It's a never force trades. If the market condition is not right, the trade is not forming properly, just learn to walk away. You see, successful traders, they learn to understand that whenever there is no setup, then there is no trade. No setup, no trade. It's a rule. If you want to be successful, you have to learn to follow this rule. Anytime you enter the platform, if there is no setup, then you should know that there's no trade. Never force a trade when there is none. Also, successful traders keep detailed trading journal. Now, journaling is very, very important in trading if you must be successful on the long term. So how do you journal? One, you take into documentation, one, your entry and exit reasons. What are the reasons why you enter this trade? What parameters are you looking out for? Did you see a moving average crossover, or you saw price hit a resistance, or you saw a candlestick pattern or a chart pattern? There must be a reason. Now, I always tell my students that you need at least three reasons, three valid reasons before you must enter a trade. The more the number of reasons, the better. If it's 4, 5, better. But at least you need three valid reasons before you enter into a trade. Also, you must have your exit reasons. Why are you exiting this trade? Are you exiting because the trade has hit profit, or is it in a loss, or it's in between? You just feel you have to close. There must be valid reasons for your entry and your exit. And also, you need to document your emotions during the trade. What emotions pushed you into taking the trade? Were you just angry, or you're trying to recover from a lost trade and you decide to enter another trade and take revenge on the previous trade? You must state the reasons why you're entering, your emotional reason why you're entering into a trade. Also, the market conditions. Take note. What are the market conditions? Is there any upcoming news? Are you taking this trade before the release of an economic data or after it? So you must state the market conditions, around the period you're taking the trade. Also, the performance metrics. Out of all the trades you've taken in a day, how many have been successful? Out of 5, how many success or winning trades have you had? Now, this allows continuous improvement and eliminate repeated mistakes. When you take a journal of a trading journey, you will be able to identify the areas where you're having pitfall and be able to improve on them. Number 5, successful traders stay consistent with their strategy. You see, I always tell people it's not really about the strategy sometimes, because people like to jump from one strategy to another. There is nothing like a holy grail when it comes to trading. Your strategy may just be good. You just need to know when best to use it to get the best result. So we have here that successful traders, even when the market gets choppy, they don't abandon their system out of fear or greed. You see, market condition is never the same all year round. Like I said earlier, there are times, there are some seasons when the market is not good, and that doesn't mean your strategy is bad. It only means the strategy is not working well under that particular condition. Over time, when that market choppiness, disappears and the market returns to its original state, that strategy will still work. But what happens to many beginner traders is that once they start using the strategy and the period is not working, they abandon it and they look for another one. After a while, they abandon that one to look for another one. Before you know what is happening, you get confused because you're jumping from one strategy to another. So successful traders, they use one strategy and they stick with it. If it's a time when it's not giving results, they just wait patiently till the market, to the coast of the market clears and they can get clearer signals. Now here we say that consistency leads to reliable data. Emotional switching destroys progress. I'll repeat that. Consistency. Most successful traders are very, very consistent with their trading strategy. They don't jump from one strategy to another, and they limit their emotional involvement with trading, because emotional switching can destroy your progress. Also, successful traders prioritize psychological discipline. Now, your emotions have a lot to do with your success as a trader. If you can't put your emotion on that check, it may be difficult for you to be successful in this trading business. So successful traders, they work on controlling the following. One, they work on controlling their fear. You see, as a trader, you have to learn to kill your fear. You have to learn to kill your greed. Fear makes you lose out on opportunities because of a previous bad experience. Greed is that excessive desire for wealth. You want to hammer on one trade. As an aspiring successful trader, let me put it that way, you need to learn to deal with both your fear and your greed. And as much as possible, avoid revenge trading. Successful traders don't take revenge on the market, even when they have a losing trade. You've taken a trade, it went bad, you lost money, fine. But then an average trader wants to take a revenge trade by doubling the lot size so that he can recover from the previous loss and also make profit. The truth is that if you do that, your emotion is already in place dictating to you what to do. So you have to avoid revenge trading. Also, avoid FOMO, that is fear of missing out. You see, I always tell my students that there will always be another trade, another day. That you missed an opportunity today does not mean that is the end of the market. No, the market is here tomorrow, is here next tomorrow, is here next year, is here the next 10 years. I tell my students confidently that the Forex market is around as long as there is international trade. The only thing that will stop this market from operating if globally there is no more international trade. As long as there's international trade, this market is in business. So that you miss an opportunity today does not mean that's the end of the market. No, there will be many more opportunities. So deal with the fear of missing out and never be impulsive. Don't take a trade based on impulse. Take a trade based on practical decision of looking out for parameters that align with your trading strategy. Make sure there's a valid reason for every trade you take, not just on impulse. What I'm saying is this: don't just take a buy trade because you see that price is going up. You may enter that trade and the next thing it reverses on you and it becomes a losing trade. Take a trade because you can see parameters that is pointing you in the direction that the market is going bullish, not just a candlestick. Also, for successful traders, their mindset is as important as their strategy. So they have built their emotion to a level where their emotion aligns with the market condition and the strategy for them to take good trades. So you need to work on your emotions to become a successful trader. Finally, successful traders continuously learn and adapt. They don't say, oh, this is what I've learned how to trade 5, 10 years ago, and that's the only thing I will do forever. No, they are always learning. In this trading business, learning is never ending. You see, it's a market where you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep evolving, you keep adapting. Now, Forex market evolved, and that's the truth. The conditions last year is not the same as what is obtainable today. So top traders, they are always studying. They are always keeping themselves updated about the changing market conditions. Now, what are the things they look out for? One, they look out for new economic trends. What are the latest economic trends in the market that will affect the market? Is there an ongoing war? Is there, any economic data that will be released? Global news. These are things they look out for. Market cycles, technical and quantitative methods, they evolve instead of staying rigid. As a trader, you can't be rigid. You have to learn to evolve the same way the market is evolving. Keep yourself updated with the latest trends. Keep yourself updated on technology. A lot of technological tools have been, in the market now, which is helping traders to trade better and getting more result than before. All right, so that's going to be all from this short video on the 7 habits of successful traders. I believe you've been able to pick 1 or 2 points that can help you become a better trader. Now, if you enjoyed this video, just go straight now to this channel and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel. That's P Prime channel right there where I'm talking from, so that you can get more videos like this. Also, take it a step further. Click the like button, share this video so that another beginner trader can get something to learn to improve how to trade. And most importantly, drop a comment in the comment section. Your view. If you enjoy the video, drop a comment. If you want us to talk about other topics also, just drop it in the comment section and we'll look into that. All right. My name is Rotimi Olawale. I'll come your way again some other time very soon. Take care and bye-bye.